everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to crochet jewelry coasters. I really wanted to make some for myself. I saw a lot of these on Instagram. My friend Abby as well, she does a lot of these coasters, and I got kind of inspired by her as well that I also wanted to make some for myself. I usually just leave my jewelry just like on top of a table, like in my room, like on my bedside table, and I don't really have anything to place them, so I thought, why not make a jewelry little coaster, and also that I could show you guys how to make it. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys in today's video. It's a super quick tutorial. You guys will love this. It's also so easy to gift something like this to someone, maybe for Christmas. You guys can do some gifts like this for Christmas for maybe your mom, your sister, and you also could give this as a birthday gift, as it's so easy to make and it's so pretty. You can make in many different colors. Also change the design as well. Just use the base as your guide and then just change the design. I'm in love with this, guys. I'm like so surprised that it looks so pretty because it's something so simple, but at the same time it looks so pretty, even like this as it is right now that I'm showing you guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's super easy and cute tutorial. And also, if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to give a massive thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe here to the channel, and also turn on the notification bell if you guys want to receive a notification every time I post new videos here on the channel. So thank you guys so much for watching, and let's begin with today's video. So these are the materials that we are going to be using for today's video. The first one that I've created, which was basically the sample that I did before I've created with the actual yarn that I wanted to do, and I've done with my macrame yarn. This is my favorite macrame yarn that I've tried basically, and I've created the first coaster, which is basically the cream one that you saw at the beginning of the video, and I've created that one with this macrame yarn right here, and it turned out amazing. Super thick, and it stays up super well as well, and it's not flappy. So I really loved using this macrame yarn for this coaster. So this macrame yarn, it's from Hobbycraft, and it's the Return of the Mac. It's 200 grams and it's a chunky macrame and 100% cotton. And to create the coaster that you saw using this yarn right here, I have used a 6mm hook. And this is the yarn that I'm going to be using for today's tutorial. This one right here is from Tesseland.com. is the Tie Sublime. I have right here the beige, which is the one that I'm going to be using for today's video for the tutorial. And the darker one, I'm going to be linking that in the description because I'm not sure the name for that one, but it's kind of like a light brown. And all of these yarns right here, I'm going to be linking in the description as well, and all the materials that I'm using, just if you guys want to buy the same one that I'm using in today's video. This yarn right here that I'm using is polyester and polyamide, and it's saying right here that it's a Tie Sublime rope. It's not yarn, guys. You will see that the texture is a little bit different. It's more like a rope. It's more like a macrame texture, but it's still a little bit more soft than a macrame. And I would say that this one is more like a yarn weight number 2 and 3. It's kind of in between 2 and 3, and this one, because it's rope, it lasts a little bit longer. So that's why I really wanted to buy this yarn, so I can do these kind of tutorials for you guys using a different rope or yarn rather than like cotton or just acrylic or nylon or wool. So I just wanted to kind of have something a little bit different here for the channel. And with this yarn right here, I'm going to be using a 3mm hook, and then I'm also going to be using a small pair of scissors, a tapestry needle, and also a stitch marker. So first we are going to be starting with the magic ring. And then I'm just going to be chaining one right here just to hold my magic ring in place. Around here, the magic ring, we are going to be creating 8 single crochets. Once you've done that, you're going to be pulling this yarn right here to close the magic ring. And then right into the very first single crochet, we are gonna go through that single crochet, And then right here we are going to be creating a slip stitch to connect both sides together. So the first row we've created with single crochets. From now on we are going to be working with half double crochets. So we are going to be chaining 2 right here. Into this very first stitch right here, we are going to be creating 2 half double crochets. So how you create a half double crochet? So you're going to wrap the yarn around the hook. You're gonna go through the stitch. I'm gonna go into the same stitch right here that I've created the first half double crochet. And then you're going to be pulling up a loop right here. So now you have 3 loops on the hook. So you're going to yarn over and pull through all those loops together. So that's how you create a half double crochet. And we are going to be placing a stitch marker into the very first half double crochet right here. So now we are going to be creating 2 half double crochets into every stitch here, going all the way around. And then I'll meet you guys right at the end. What I like to do when I get here at the end is right here into that little, kind of like a little stitch. Usually don't count as a stitch, but right here I found better if we add an extra half double crochet right here. So that's what I did for the other ones that I've created. So that's what I'm going to be doing for this one. We are not going to be doing 2 half double crochets right here. We are just going to be creating 1 half double crochet, and it also closes a little bit better the circle rather than this one overlapping the other side. So then you're gonna go into that stitch that you had the stitch marker on, and then right there you're going to be slip stitching the 2 together, and you see that it looks a little bit nicer here at the round rather than just not doing the half double crochet. But you guys can just do the circle and slip stitch however you guys are used to. This is just my preference. So to go into the next row, we are going to be chaining 2 again, and then into the first stitch that you guys can find, this one right here, we are going to be creating 2 half double crochets into that same stitch. You can return your stitch marker right here if you guys want, if you guys are using a stitch marker. And then into the second one, into the second stitch you can find, it's going to be 1 half double crochet only, and then into the second one is going to be 2. So we are going to be following this pattern all the way around. So 1 half double crochet, 2 half double crochets, 1 2 1 2 1 2 all the way around. And then I'll meet you guys at the end. So when I get here at the end, I'm also going to be adding that half double crochet into that little stitch right here, which is basically from the chain 2. Remove here the stitch marker and then slip stitch the 2 parts together. So now from this row all the way up to row number 7, counting the very first row here with the single crochets as well, we are going to be repeating the same technique, but we are going to be increasing the numbers of half double crochets that we have in between here, the 2 half double crochets together to create the increase. So start again with a chain of 2 into the very first stitch. We start with 2 half double crochets. So now into the next 2 stitches right here is going to be only 1 half double crochet into those 2 stitches, as you guys can see, and then the next one is going to be 2 half double crochets. So it's going to be 1 1 2 1 1 2 going all the way around. So I'm going to be doing that, and then I'll meet you guys at the end to show you guys the end one more time. So I got here at the end, I'm just going to be adding that extra half double crochet right here, and then attach it here to the very first half double crochet with a slip stitch. So this is how it looks like right now. I have 1 2 3 4 rows. I have to do 7 in total, so we have this size right here, as you guys can see. I'm going to be now just continuing the rows. I'm just going to be explaining what you guys will be doing now and how many you're going to be adding here in between the 2 half double crochets together in the same stitch. So here for the last row we have 2 half double crochets, and then we have 1 1 and then 2 right here. So what we are going to be doing is basically create into the next row, so 2 half double crochets together, and then we are going to be doing 3 half double crochets into the next 3 stitches, and then the next one we are going to be doing the 2 half double crochets together, and we are going to be basically increasing 1 half double crochet in between the 2 every time you go up a row. So if you have here into the next row, we are going to be having 3 half double crochets in between the 2 increases. Into the next one we are going to be having 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in between the increases until you have the sizing that you guys want. So I'm going to be going ahead and I'm going to be doing my 7 rows in total right here, including the very first one with the single crochets. Once I have the 7 completed, I will be back, and then we are going to be creating the little sides right here for our coaster. So this is how it looks like once you have 7 rows in total here completed, and now we are just going to be going up a row here to create the sides of our coaster. So for the sides, for the first row, we are just doing 2 rows, so it's super simple right here for the sides. We are going to be following exactly what we did to the very last row right here. What I have right here is basically an increase and 5 half double crochets in between my increases right here, and that's what we are going to be following into the next row right here. But for this one, it's going to be a little bit different. So we are going to be chaining 2. For the base right here, we were getting the entire stitch, so like this. So for this row, we are just going to be grabbing the front post only, so this one right here. So we have 2 loops, so we are grabbing only the front loop right here. Then we are going to be leaving the back one, so we have like a nicer finishing here for the sides of the coaster. So we are going to be creating 2 half double crochets into the first loop right here. So you're gonna go through the loop, grabbing only the front loop, and then right here we are going to be creating 2 half double crochets, following the same steps as the previous row. And then now here we are going to be creating 5 half double crochets into 5 stitches, into the next 5 stitches. And then the next one is going to be 2 half double crochets into the same stitch, so we can create an increase. And then it's going to be 5 half double crochets into the next 5 stitches. And then we are just going to be repeating the same steps going all the way around. So 1 increase and 5 half double crochets, 1 increase and 5 half double crochets all the way around. So I'm just going to be repeating the same right here, and then I'll meet you guys right at the end. So I got here right at the end, and I just want to let you guys know, if you don't finish right here with exactly the amount of stitches that you need, you can just finish it off with the half double crochets and slip stitch together here right in place, because right here we have 5 stitches and then the increase, and then here only 2 to finish it off. So that's completely fine. What you're going to be doing is just finishing right here the row, making sure that you grab the front post only, and then you create that extra half double crochet that we were doing as well for the other rows, and then you're just going to basically connect here to the other side with a slip stitch. So this is how the very first row here for the side looks like. As you can see, it's already sticking up here. That's why we have to grab the front post only. If you grab the entire stitch, then it's just going to be flat, but if you grab the front post only, then it's going to basically come up here on the sides. So now we are just going to be creating the very last row right here with the picots, so we have a cute finish here on our coaster. So to do that, we are going to be working with single crochets for this very last row. So we are going to be creating a chain of 1, and then I'm going to be creating right here 2 single crochets. I'm going to be placing a stitch marker right here into the first single crochet, because the single crochets are quite similar here to the base, so sometimes we can get lost when we get here at the end. So now once you have 2 single crochets, we are going to be creating the picots. So for the picots, we are going to be chaining 2. And then here into the first loop, there is a little loop here at the back. So you guys will go into that loop. And then you're going to pull up a loop right here. And then you're going to be slip stitching with the first loop that you had on the hook. So that's how you make the picot. And then if you guys want to have these effect right here, that it's basically the coaster going completely flat and going up like this, then you're going to be following exactly what I'm going to be showing you guys into this one right here. And if you guys want to have this effect right here, which is kind of a little bit open, kind of like in an angle here, as you guys can see, it's not completely round and straight going up like this one. What you're going to be doing, you're not going to be skipping any stitches that I'm going to be skipping it right here. You're going to be following the picots, and then right after into the next stitch you're going to be creating the single crochets. So if you guys want to have this effect right here from this coaster, you're going to be skipping the next stitch and then create 2 single crochets into the next stitches. If you want to have the other effect, then you guys will be basically going straight into the next stitch available and not skip any stitches. So you guys can just choose how you guys want to do this part. So I'm going to be skipping the next one into the next stitch. We are going to be creating a single crochet and then also another one into the next stitch. So once you have 2 single crochets, we are going to be creating another picot. And then we are going to be skipping the next stitch. We are going to go into the next one and create a single crochet, and then another one into the next one, and then right here another picot. So we are going to be following the same steps here all the way around. So skip a stitch into the next one, a single crochet, and then another single crochet into the next one, and a picot. So I'm going to be following the same steps right here, going all the way around, and then I'll meet you guys right at the end. So when we get here at the end, we are going to be doing our last picot. We have 1 stitch left right here, so we're going to be skipping that one, as we did for all of the other ones as well. And then here where the stitch marker was, we are going to be slip stitching both sides together. And then as you can see here, it's nice and even as all of the other picots right here as well. And that basically concludes our pattern. Now we just have to fasten off and weave in all of the ends. I'm going to be showing you guys that now, but this is basically the pattern. We just have 9 rows in total with a little picot and some things that we have to follow here for the sides, but it's super simple. So I'm just gonna show you guys now how I fasten off and weave in my ends, just so I can show you guys how I do if you guys want to follow exactly how I do it. So I just cut my yarn right here, and then I just go through the loop to fasten off and pull the yarn. And then with my tapestry needle, I'm going to be starting here at the back. So I'm going to be threading here my tapestry needle with this yarn right here. And then we are just gonna go through a couple of stitches here from the back, going kind of back and forth until we secure the yarn here at the back. You can go ahead and cut the yarn right here, and then we can do the same with this one right here as well. And that was basically the last step for us to conclude our jewelry coasters. I'm so happy on how they look like. These are definitely my favorite little project that I ever created. They are super cute. and I'm pretty sure you guys will love, and the person that you're going to be gifting these, they will definitely use these a lot, as I'm already using. This one was the first one I've created probably like 2 or 3 days ago, and I'm already like putting all this, as you can see, inside of this. This is basically what I usually wear as my jewelry, so this is basically what I'm using for mine, and I really love these so much. You guys know that I make all of my tutorials with a lot of love for you guys, and thinking about you guys, and thinking about gifts that you can do as well for Christmas that is coming up soon. So super excited about that, and I'm probably gonna be making more of like these kind of tutorials, some things that you guys can actually give as a gift for Christmas, and that it's super quick and easy for you guys to make. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to give a massive thumbs up if you guys enjoyed. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and also turn on the bell notification if you want to know when I post a new video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Bye.